Hello and welcome back to my channel, or I guess I should say welcome back to myself, because I uploaded my first video and then it didn't come back for a month. A lot has happened. I've moved, I have a new job, there's just like a lot of things that were going on in my life. Maybe I'll make a video about that later. And I was kind of stumped for a while, like after I made my first video. I didn't really know like what I wanted my second video to be, what I wanted it to be about, who I wanted it to be about. So I was like, you know what? My new job involves waitressing. Now, I've waitressed before, but it was kind of more of like a wine dine, my first waitressing job was. And now this one is kind of like a more chill job because we don't serve alcohol at this restaurant, which is a plus because I did not understand or had any knowledge of how many different types of wine there is out there, and there's a lot. So I'm very fortunate, and types of beer that there is out there. So I decided, you know what? Me and one of my coworkers was talking the other night. She was like, you made a YouTube channel. Why'd you stop? And I was like, that's a great question. I'm a very creative person, but I find like I get in ruts, like these ruts of like, no one's going to like what I'm going to put out, or no one's going to like the same things that I want to put out. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try again. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my next video about waitressing, because everyone thinks that waitressing is just this great job where you walk in, you have this little pen and pad, and, you just walk down, you be friendly, service with a smile, and your day's great from 11 to 7 or 2 to 9, whatever you work. And it's not always like that. Now, mind you, I have the best job ever. I'm working at my favorite restaurant in my town, and I'm so excited, and I love it so much, and I love the people there. But it's just like, just some things just really irk people, and I'm a very like easy to irk person, so I don't always show it. But like when I get home, I'm just like, man, like why did this happen to me today, or like why does this always happen to me? So here is my little rant surrounding like being a waitress or server. I know like people call it different things, but where I'm from, we call it a waitress or a waiter if you're a boy. So the first thing that I want to get into is children. Like, don't get me wrong, I love kids, I want kids myself, but like when there's just kids running in a restaurant where people are like trying to walk around, like my hands are full of food, I don't want to trip over little Timmy trying to run to the bathroom when you should be watching little Timmy, and little Timmy should be sitting next to you in the booth or the table, not running around in the restaurant. And at our restaurant, like particularly, we have high chairs for like little infants, and we also have these like little bumbo chairs that kids can sit in, and they're made for the booth only because they only have this like little tiny seatbelt, and they're very easy to tip over, and parents don't realize that, and it literally like oh my god, there's a sticker on it that says for booth use only, and parents will literally pick them up, look at the sticker, acknowledge it, walk back over to the table where there's like no booth, it's just like a chair, put it on it, and put little Timmy in it. And we're like, excuse me ma'am, or excuse me sir, like, you can't have that at this table. It clearly says that it's for booth use only, and if your child falls and hurts themselves, we're going to be liable. And they're like, oh no, it's fine, like if they fall over, it's my own fault, blah blah blah. Like, okay, but if Timmy falls off and cracks his freaking cranium, like, we're going to be liable for that. Like, you're not going to be like, oh, it's fine, it's just my fault if something serious happens. But parents think they know it all, so we just whatever. And then the next thing, like, that ties in with my next thing, that like parents that just don't care. Like, I know there's parents out there, obviously like they're having probably a way worse day than what I'm having, and little Timmy just won't shut the hell up. He won't sit down. He's not eating his chicken nuggets. He ordered chocolate milk. He don't want chocolate milk anymore. He wants apple juice because he sees a little girl across the restaurant having apple juice. So I totally get that. But you also have to realize too, like, we're handling hot food. Like, the worst thing, like, every day I go in, I'm like, oh my god, I hope there's no kids here today, because I can't tell you how many times I've almost tripped over kids. My own little sister coming in too, because she's only 2, so she likes to follow Sissy around, and Sissy's carrying hot gravy and hot soup and everything like that, and if I wasted something like that on a kid and scalded them or like hurt them by dropping, I don't know, like a 5-pound plate on their head, I just wouldn't be able to forgive myself for it. And then there's another thing. Oh my god, there's another thing. Like, I love old people as much as I love kids, but then there's like there's just like this little thing that's with old people. Most of the customers I've dealt with, old people do this. They're like, excuse me, like they're sat down and like Fred's over here like, excuse me, I like my order taken. Like, this is not kindergarten, Fred. You don't have to raise your hand for me to come. Like, I'm gonna be there in a minute. Give me a minute. Like, I see you. I acknowledge that your menus are closed. Give me a minute. Okay, I will get there. I see you. You know, you're gonna get your food. Relax. Oh my God. And then there's another thing too. Oh my God. So in our restaurant, like when you walk in the door this way, right? And there's a big counter. And I don't know what it is with people thinking that you have to come up to the counter to order. Like when you come into our restaurant, you can just, like people usually are like, like, hi. And then you're like, yeah, you can seat yourself, whatever. Like, we don't care. And, you know, everything's fine and dandy. But there's people that continuously think they have to come up to the counter and order. And you don't understand how, like, confusing this is for a waitress. Because all of our tables are numbered. So if Fred and Wilma comes up to the fucking counter and they're ordering their chef salad or whatever they want, and then they go sit at booth number 4, but booth number 4 just had people and it wasn't cleaned off yet, and we forget that Fred and Velma, or whatever the hell her name is, just ordered a chef salad, and then the kitchen's yelling it out, where's this going, where's this going? And we're already annoyed, especially if it's supper or lunch hour, because like our restaurant's packed. Like, I don't care what you're yelling at me. Like, I have 30 different things that I need to do within the next 20 seconds besides worrying about what you're screaming at me. So by the time that like you collect your thoughts and calm down, so you're not like screaming at your like fellow employees because Fred and Wilma screwed everybody's freaking train up, you have to literally like be like, okay, look around the restaurant, try and visually remember something about a customer that you remember seeing and going in and being like, hi, did you order this? When you should just come up to the counter and ask us like, do we have to be seated or can we seat ourselves? And then wait till we get down there and bring you menus. That's one thing. Oh my God. And there's another thing too. People come up to the counter and they'll like order their meal. They're like, yeah, I want this, 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 and this. And you don't even have a pen or a pad in your hand. It's like, okay, slow down. Like, give me a minute. So you're like writing it down or whatever. And then they're like, okay, I'm going to pay for it now. When the easiest thing to do is to just pay for it later, because it goes stabbed, it goes in the kitchen. When it comes out, it's just easier for us to do rather than paying for it. Some of us half the time forget to write paid on the slip. So when it goes back to the kitchen, it comes back out. We just put it next to the cash register. So like once Fred and Velma leave and they're already paid, we're like, okay, well, after we find out what freaking booth or table you were sat at. Sorry, my cat's like bawling his head off. But once we figure out like what table or what booth, or if you were sat at the counter and you guys are already gone, then we think that we messed up because, you know, and it's not the customer's fault either, but like it just makes our lives 10 times harder than what it actually needs to be. And there's another thing too. Oh my God. Like if you bring down food and customers can clearly freaking see that your hands are full. Okay. If I'm bringing down 2 fish snacks, and I got one here, I got one in my hand, I'm bringing interesting gravy on the side, and then they look at you and they're like, and there's no cutlery on the table, they're like, and we need cutlery. Like, no, I want you to eat with your fingers. Like, give me a minute. Like, I know that you need cutlery, but obviously you don't acknowledge that both my freaking hands are full and I can't go gadget, pull a freaking other arm out of my butt and just reach on up and grab you some cutlery. Like, it doesn't work like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. And then like, so really there's like 2 completely different atmospheres that I've worked in being a waitress. The other atmosphere that I worked in is when I worked at the other restaurant, like the fine dine place, is that people will come in, like good old Fred there, right? He comes in on a Friday evening, and we're not allowed at the other place I worked at to serve alcohol unless you have some type of food, like even if it's an appetizer. And even then, like, your drinks have limits. So Fred would come in. Fred probably already had a couple drinks with room service to his room, right? And he's coming in, and we can clearly see Fred is sloshed out as he is eating his, you know, little sweet potato fries or calamari, whatever the hell he ordered. And he just continuously keeps ordering beer. And the restaurant is closed. The bar is closed now. So Fred is stumbling his boozy way up to the fucking bar to pay for his order that he just had. Okay? I can smell Fred from his table. That's how wasted Fred is. So he comes on up or whatever, pays for his drink, and then he goes on out. Or like, you'll get the customers that come in, especially like I find if you're a young person and you have piercings, especially like mine, where I have my septum pierced. If I had $20 fucking for every time an old man came up to me and was like, likes being pulled by that, don't ya? Or I'd love to just tie a little rope on that and pull you on over. I wouldn't need to be a fucking waitress, let me tell you. Oh my god, like, no. Ew. Like, I did not get this pierced for, like, men, women, elderly, children in general, to make sexual comments to me about it. I pierced it because I got a fat nose and I thought shoving a piece of metal through it may make it look a little bit better, okay? Let me have my moment. And then there's, like, other people, too. Like, at the other restaurant I worked at, you could order a bottle of wine, or you could order glasses of wine, or, like, a gin and tonic, or whatever. So there would be, like, 6 people there. And when they come up to pay, they all, like, they ordered one bottle of wine, okay, and a bunch of wine glasses. And they all shared the wine. Okay, say the wine's, like, $30. I don't know how much wine is because I don't drink. But, oh my god, excuse me. And then Karen comes up to the cash with 6 of her, like, dudettes. She's like, hey there, sweetie, like, I'd like to split this, please. Like, we'd like to split the $30 bottle of wine between 6 of us. And we're like, no, you can't do that. Like, you cannot split the bottle of wine. And then she's like, okay, well, you guys bring out, like, singular glasses of wine, right? We're like, yes. She's like, okay, well, just do the math and see how many single glasses of wine is in a bottle of wine. So there was, like, 6 of us, but a couple of us had a couple, like, 2 glasses, and then a few of us only had 1 glass. So you do the math, and you figure that out, and then we'll split it. It's like, no, Karen, it doesn't work like that. Like, if we do that, it's going to equal, by the time all the single glasses of wine is added up, it's going to equal more than $30. And then she's like, no, sweetie, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So then you do it up, and then Karen, as she's walking at the door, it's already 9:30, half an hour passed when we freaking closed, and then she comes back, and she's like, why was I charged so much? I want a refund. And then Karen's there, keeping you there till 10 freaking o'clock when you just want to go home and watch Netflix. But Karen and her bottle of wine and her dudettes won't freaking let ya. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Like, just, And then there's another thing, too. Like, I feel for people, too, who just, like, come out and they're with their friends and they just want to have a nice, good meal. Like, you know, you're hungry. I'm probably hungry because I haven't had a break yet. And you just want to order, but then everybody else is ready to order, but this one person's like, I want this, or no, I want to change it, I want this instead. Or once you put the order in, they come up and they're like, actually, like, I don't want the club S and fries now, I just want, like, a Caesar salad and some chicken strips. And you're just like, okay, are you sure that this is what you want? Because, like, I can't, once I go back and put this in, they're already making everybody else's food at your table, so I cannot go back and change it again for the 6th time. Like, I'm talking so much and this has me so heated. Like, I'm sweating. That's how heated this has got me. Like, I need to take an almond milk break. It's so good. Or the people that come into your restaurant like a half hour before close. And I get it. My boyfriend has a throat problem, so he has to eat really slow. I have a stomach problem, so I have to eat pretty slow. So it takes us a little while to eat. And especially if we go out with my mom, she's a slow eater anyways, so we're all pretty slow. We all go together. And, you know, they can see you're closing up and stuff. And, you know, it's fine. I understand. I don't mind staying until 9:30, 10 o'clock, whatever. My boss is going to pay me. It doesn't matter. But there's some people, and some days I don't like it either. I'm like, okay, clearly we close at 9. Get the picture. The open side's off. All the, like, you know, our floors are swept and mopped. We're ready to go home. And they're just sitting there talking, and it's like 9:30, 9:45. They're like, oh, excuse me, what time do you guys close? We close 9 o'clock, Karen. It's 45 minutes past close, but it's fine. Like, you can eat your food, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't even realize, blah, blah, blah. And then they leave, and it's like, you were done eating 45 minutes ago. Like, why didn't you just get up and pay then and leave? Oh my lord. Oh. Or, like, say if you want a chicken burger, so lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and well, the chicken and bun comes on, or you can get whatever you want on it, but that's just what the standard thing, what it comes on, right? And then they're like, so what comes on the chicken burger? And you're like, okay, Well, standard chicken burger is like lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and chicken. But you can get whatever you want. If you want to add cheese, you can add it. You want a barbecue sauce instead of mayonnaise, you can have it. You want to add bacon, you can add it. You want to add fucking pickles, you could probably add it. I don't know. I don't even know if we have pickles, but if we did, you could probably add it. And then they're like, okay, yeah, I'll have the works. I'll have the works. And then it comes out, and they're like, I don't want mayonnaise on this. Like, you said you wanted the works. That includes mayonnaise. Yeah, I want the works, but I don't want mayonnaise. So you had to bring it back in. And a regular burger takes 15 minutes, like a ground beef burger. I can't remember how long a chicken burger takes. It probably takes less time because I'm not sure if it's deep fried or not. But you bring it out, and it's like 10 minutes, probably, right? And everyone else at their table is already got their food half gone. And then they're like, excuse me, like, where's my food? And you're like, well, it had to be sent back, and it takes like 15 minutes for a burger. And then like they throw a whole fucking conniption because Karen forgot that she didn't like mayonnaise and didn't want it on her burger. So now all of her friends or little dudettes or dudes is finished eating. And now she's pissed because she's hangry, and I get it. I get hangry. And you know, I can't just like snap my fingers and chicken burger's cooked. Like, you know, food takes time to cook. Unless you want salmonella, well then, you know, to each their own. Oh my god. I don't know. There has to be something else that bugs me. Because this got me so heated. There's got to be something else. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Oh my god. Oh. Or like, so we have a little tiny ice maker at our restaurant, right? And it doesn't make ice very fast. And sometimes we actually have to run to the store and get ice because it's just not producing ice fast enough, and our customers really want ice in their drinks, especially when it's been like 28, 30 degrees here in a day. So we bring them down a glass of water, and we'll scoop the ice up in the cups. So probably like 8 to 10 pieces of ice in the glass, which is loads. You do not need that much ice, but we just put extra in it anyways. And then they'll have like this much water gone. They're like, I want a new glass because my ice is melted. Okay, I understand that your water's probably warm. I can get you some more water, but we're out of ice right now because there's other customers in the restaurant that would like ice with their drink as well. It's like, well, I want ice too. Like, well, you already had ice, Karen, so don't be so damn greedy. But on the bright side, being a waitress does have its ups, I gotta say. There's cute kids that come in. There's really cute old people that come in. There's really cute old couples that come in. They're like sharing a sandwich, and they're cute little wrinkly faces. You just see them. They're so cute. You get tips. A lot of people think that, oh, just because you're a waitress, you get extra tips. The job's great. No. Like, I'm on my feet for 7.5 hours a day. I get a half-hour break. That is it. Which is awesome because you get to sit down and actually like enjoy your food and like let it digest, and you're not like fucking inhaling your food trying to get back on the floor. But that's great. But like for 20 years old, I can't bend down because my back hurts so much from lifting like heavy pans that are full of dishes that weigh probably like twice my body weight, or it feels like it anyways. And when I bend down to pick up a fork, like everything's cracking, and I'm just like, this is it. This is how I'm going. This is it. This is it. I'm going. This is how I'm going. Or like I'm like, you wake up, like your feet hurt that bad, like as you're walking, like they're burning, or that you just can't feel them anymore because you've been running around that much. And there's that. And then there's like the pain, like when you wake up in the morning, even if you're off, like your feet still hurt. They just hurt all the time. Your back hurts, your neck hurts. It all hurts. Everything hurts. And it's so hot right now, so like getting a nice hot bath would like ease your muscles so nice, but it's been like 28 to like 32 degrees here every single day, so it's just too damn hot. I don't even know how I'm wearing pants right now, but I am. But yeah, so I just thought I'll share my little rant. And if you go to a restaurant anytime soon, please be easy on your waiter or waitress. It's hot, it's summer, we want to be outside enjoying the heat and fun activities just like you guys are. Tip good, enjoy the food. Try eating somewhere new. That's always a fun thing to do. And you know, everywhere has, and even if like, there's another big thing too that I want to get across that people don't always realize is not every waitress or waiter is like really peppy and like, hi, like welcome to our restaurant kind of thing, right? Like there is people that are a bit more shy, and then they can come off as rude or ignorant, especially to like the older generation, I find. So always just be kind, and someone may be having a bad day and they're just trying their best to, you know, make your day better than what theirs is going like. So there's always that too. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little rant. I'm hoping to have another video this week so that you guys won't be waiting so long for like a month. I promise I will not disappear for a month. Probably do a life update later on, like after I get a couple more videos out, so you guys get to know me a little bit better. I hope you enjoyed my little rant on my summertime being a waitress, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay.